Can we begin like this? Does this look good? Starting out in my bathroom. I guess the lights are on. Well, that could be the shower. Do you mind if I start the video like this? I just want to tell you, you're in my face. Can't you get out of my face? Come on, get out of my face. You know why I want you out of my face? I want you to see my face. If you're in my face, you see nothing. You're trying to look into my head, into my mind, deciding whether or not the white coats are better rather than just watching the video. You turn on the TV and all of a sudden you're putting Johnny Carson in jail because you're starting to judge his acts, his foolishness. Put the letter on the man. Mary Tyler Moore, Lou Grant, Ted. Are we all not just different? Are we all the same to be wanting to be different? Making us different, making us so different, we think our own reality is the reality we all should be living in. See beyond. I see nothing. I get in there and either I feel it or I don't. But you're smoking Mary Jane, Mr. Tack Pans. Let me tell you one thing about Mary Jane. One thing about Mary Jane, I am most likely, and I usually do not terminologize myself this way, am one of the fewest ones that can take the minimal amount of Mary Jane. I'm not talking THC now. You can put that in your mind that they say there's THC in Mary Jane, but I have to come from down the lane and play a different game. For they watch I Who I Am. About who I am, I think they do. And if they don't, they don't. But should I say nay and just do anything I want every day, then those who are not watching me will not need to watch me because I'll be public. Look, he's acting like a fool and 1 million people say it. But if 1 million out of 1 million don't say it, and only 200 or 300,000 out of 1 million say it, 700,000 people have said he is not. They put a pill onto the market and they say, try this. This should do the trick. It should do the trick. But sometimes there's a side effect, and one of the greatest side effects is how you personally will feel. On a scale from 1 to 10. Here's a scale from 1 to 10. Who's judging? 2 minutes, 55 seconds into this, and you're saying, Mr. Tack Pans, I came here to see numbers. Another guy says, I came here because my friend said to come here, and you're... So let me go a little bit more into the future. And by the way, Anna, that was fantastic because that's exactly the way I feel. But even the closest ones to me, if they had to categorize me between let him make his own judgment to the right, or let's make the judgment for him to the left, most that surround me, other than the few special ones, will send me to the right. The others will say, hey, you make the judgment, me make the judgment. It's all the same. Get where I'm coming from? Maybe I should just plug in and see where I'm going. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can you speak a little louder? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can hear you now. You should hear it in here. I hear my own echo. Echo, 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 echo. See the way the tunnel in the ram's horn takes on the color of the outside? I had a big fall. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. I had a great fall yesterday. Fell slam onto my back and in a place they call the metro station on the stairs. I was only thinking of one thing at the time. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. Number 59, Valentine's Day. Doesn't anybody know why it's 59 for Valentine's Day? 31 and 28 on the roulette table come together for 59. It was in my 50-minute video that did not upload with any sound. Here is number 5. 2 up and 2 down, and 1 is all around. There's nobody around him, so he can spin 360 degrees. So if this one gets 360 of this one, of this one, of this one, and this one, that's 1440 degrees that this one gets 1/4, which is 360 degrees, equaling to 1800 degrees, or halfway. Halfway of a totality of 360, because when they made the reality of turning around in a circle, this is what the new world should look like. Huh, and it's so perfect. You see what it says? FLAG. Man lags. Man's avenue. Man's love. O, if it was made square, next to V would look like N. Man's one. Man alone. The first box, I only made a square. I was going to put an R or an I. The I is the 9th letter, the 18th letter, the 27th letter. Gives you the red heart love. I didn't want to put R, so I made the I on the top, which created the H. I wanted to put my name for Ronnie in there. F and R are my initials. But then I wanted M for my middle name. That would be my new flag of the world. Some green and some blue. And all that we need to do is bring our heart and our blood. Just bring the red on. Bring the jet on. Bring the Jedi. Here's just a few pictures. Where are they? This is what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what I like to do. I like this picture here. You like that picture here? Does it look the same? I got a duplicate. Look at that. I took this from somebody's house. I'm not going to tell you what house it was. Right? What do you think? Is that a good duplicate or what? Word for word. What box do you want to go in? 1841? 1841 with a monkey on it. Let me see if we can go into one more. Ah, yes, the floor. Okay, get off of that. Let's get back into this picture. Spent 7 minutes here, and I didn't say anything. I talked about the number 5. Okay, now I got the number 6, and I got the B Joker. And I got to be Joker. I got to be the Joker. Holy crap. 6 and 5, letter E and F, or the sound of F, where inside of these two here, okay, excuse me, how do I keep doing that all the time, right? Take away this one? No, take away this one, okay. So, take a look. Let's put it this way. Now, let's put it this way. Oh, I'm turning the wrong one. Okay, now when I put these together, take a look at these cards. Do you see the way they're chipped off in one corner and up top? Okay, do you see the one? Now, even if I turn this card, see where the chip is over here? If I turn this card again, the chip is always over here. This is the way they make the card. You think it's on purpose? Of course it is. What is the reason for them? It's none. But it's an obligation to have everything equal. They chip it off this way. They do not take off the homes, the left house and the bottom right house. You see the one in the center here? This one, these two, will cut in half. These two will cut in half this one's time. It can only now tilt. It can only now tilt. Okay, see the tilt? See the tilt over here? Now it can only tilt between there and there. Tick, tock, because these are in the way. Breaking the 360 turn to not even 180, because at 180 you turn through this. You must eliminate this part over here. Okay, this owns its own square. Now the question is, does it start in the bottom left of the square, go to the top of the square, over to the right of the square, and when it comes down to the left of the square, guess what? It can run into the corner or not. It can't run into the corner of this card. Okay? That could be my phone. But you see the way, how can it cut into the corner of this card? You see the card over here? It has a cut corner, 2 cut corners, half on each side. 1/4 of the card is cut. No, half of the card is cut. This is your 6, this is your 5. There are 1 and 2 difference between the two. The 1 and 2 difference is here, and the 2 difference is here. 1 and 2. Valentine's, I said, is with the 9 card. Because when you take the 9 card out and slip it over the 5 disappears. And the other 5 that you have, you see you have the 1-5, the 1-5, this is your backlink. Okay, this is your backlink. You put on top of this card, okay, and here's your 5 is your front link. 2 here, 2 here, and 1 here. This is your front link, okay? I should put this actually like this. This should go like that. I don't know why, but this one, and here. It goes from here up to here and down here. Now, this one goes to this one goes to this one. Not the other way. Where are the legs? These 2 legs are inside here. They're not inside here. The bubble is inside here. So I would have to go around and check out Mickey Mouse and see the design after I finish designing this card. This is Valentine's Day, when 5 and 9 come together to make 14, but in reality, you only see 9. 5 is missing. 5 and 14 become 19. 2 and 1 becomes Venus and Mars. Excuse me, Venus and Mars. Yes, Venus and Mars that play a role inside of Mercury. Venus is the mother, but it's played through Mars. That's why when you take Mars 4 and Mercury 1 and put it together, it looks like a 7 from one of the videos that Saul Israel sent me. So 9 and 4 is 14. Now 2 is the beta month. It's the month of either November to remember or February in the year. That's when we were talking about this card over here. How can I say it? Why don't you just hang the jacket up? You see the hook and the hook, just hang the jacket up. Okay? Or pick it up to look under the skirt. What would be this? Or is this a spring? Okay? This is man's waist. You see this here? This is the ball near his belly button. This goes into his groin, to his G point. And then they walk. You know how I know? I show you a quick trick. But you have to make it up and have an imagination or it doesn't work. There's the chicken. See the eye? See the mouth? See this over here, the head? Okay. Now I'm not quite sure what this is. Okay. It could be underneath her over here, but we can't get into that right now and start discussing whether or not this is right or wrong. It's all right. Because everything that touches this world will touch the other world. That's why all the expressions are right. So this is your 6 and 9. This is your 5 and 9. 5 and 9, the Venus world, the second month, the key. Why is it the key? K is the 11th letter equaling to 2. E is the 5th letter. Y is the 25th letter, 2525, 1125. 11 and 5 is 16, 41. 25 and 5 is 30, 41. USA, 41. The change in your pocket, a quarter, a dime, a nickel, and a penny, 41. DNA, 41, 14th day, second month, Valentine's Day, 1 and 4, 5, 5 and 2, the key. 27, because that's YZY. It's special, it goes 7 and 9. Give me the AC power. Give me the 115 AC power. 52 is man. 52, 5 and 2, 2 and 5, 2 and 7 is birth. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7, 2 times 7 is 14, and 9 is the birth, make 23. Let's call it just Valentine's Day of creation. First month and the second month equal to that 3. It's a combination. You count 2, you count 3. Was it a rest in peace, a tear in the earth? Was the but, the goal of life, was the tear in the earth, the rest in peace? The light of one birth of 666, divided light 1/3 to each. Only the difference of fractal time lies in the time man spends breathing and thinking. Rest in peace. In his east, the Tin Man was the ace P. Now what is the P? The P is in the pod. The pod has 3 P's. Man is 1/3 of something. Butter versus margarine, R and R. 38, S and S. Ramen, to row the boat. The minimum angel is the MGM, whatever that is, the MGM Grand. What is MGM Grand? Well, you have to know it's a hotel and casino, H&C, Heaven of Christ. The better understanding for what formation and what they put on the doorstep is just a link to another world of what they can't change. They can't change how they think. We're here again. This is not the first time we're here. We're into the past. We're not in the future. We're in the past. They made us to go to the past. How can you make anything to go into the future? If you did, you'd be in the future. Would you not? If there wasn't any future, then you couldn't go there. And if there was, you'd be in it. Rest in peace. 13, give me the sun, give me the gateway, give me the green. Why? Because I play pool. This one's burgundy, this one's orange, and this one's green. 6 and 14, 20. Give me the E worlds. 7 is the burgundy with 5 equals to 22. 4 and 3, how do you get 22? You need 13 and 9. How do you get 13? How do you get 9? How do I get 13 and 9? How do I get 12 and 10? 2 times 5 and 2 times 6. 22 gives me life. 1 and 3. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 4 and 3. Give me DC. So the DC gives me my DNA so I can pass through the gateway of 1, 9. 1 equals to 7 gate. 9 equals to 42, 6. Why? In the numerological count in basic English, this one equals 42. This one equals 34. 7 and 9. The AC power. They made it simple. They said, if you stop in the middle, you'll never get to the end. So go to the end and do what's the easiest you know that everybody knows, because that's the end result. And now we can work it all the way back how it came to be. So why do I have to go all the way back? Why can't I just work with what it is and work it back within its own equation, understanding where the key is in Valentine's Day? Usually, how many days does it take after this? Well, they said 3 days for creation. But there was 1 day of rest. And then there was 3 days of creation. And then there was 3 more days of creation. 613, the laws of Moses. 20 days of the Mayan. 9, 1 and 1 for the gods of the building of the house. Instead of it 131, it's 141 for the DNA, which brings in our birth, 414. We go 4 years to 1 year to 4 years to 1 year, leaving us with 10 years in a 10-year cycle in the Mayan cycle. 6 days and 3 days and 1 day, and 6 days and 3 days and 1 day. 6 and 3 is 9 days. By 24 hours is 216. The cube in the house of Saturn. The light in the house of Saturn. Man, 26, plays the card in the house of Saturn. 1626. We live at the tail end of 1 to 15, but we have to add on the tail one more time to close it off. Because if you start at the top over here, that gives you the V. If you come to the end, that gives you the V. But everything in between crisscrosses and says XO. The bottom is a V, the top is a V, but when the V is down, it's an A. When the V is up, it's a V. In the middle, it's an A again. You need 2 up and 1 down. Or 1 up and 2 down. You get VAV or AVA. 57, 75, 175, 275, 375, 475. Divide it by 3, divide it by 3, divide it by 3, divide it by any number you want. But then do all the categories. So then you can judge between each one. Oh, look, I did all these by 3. And look, the 1 and 4 came out to the same answer to 1 and 3. You just linked. 120 plus 16, 136, 613. Laws of Moses, 365 and 248 equals 96 space. Space between up and down. When you put a 9 here and a 6 here, the 2 O's come together, look like an 8. The line with the percentage sign divides it, looks like a 7. 7 up and 7 down. One has the line underneath, okay, what the 6 is, and the other one has it on the top of what the 9 is. How do you think I know? Because when you go play pool and you hit the ball and the ball's turning around and you can't see and there's no color on the ball, they got a line to show what side the 6 is on, or a line to show what side the 9 is on. And they bar it when they play the game of craps. Yo, 11, come my student, number 63, creation 11. But if I don't get 63 creation and I get 12, 78 the gateways, I'm in jail. 1 and 2, crap, you're out. 1 and 1, crap, you're out. But if I get 12 is 1 and 2, 7 is the gateway, 6 is man. 11 is the opposition, 63 is his creation. His creation within the gateway, we're coming out, let's play the game of craps. There isn't a game, there isn't anything on this planet that hasn't been pre-marked to have a value in the other world. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in this world. They wouldn't put it in our mind. We wouldn't be able to capture it. But they did, and we do, because it's been here before, and it's been elsewhere, and it has its own meaning. You have to find the meaning and the reality in this world to understand it. It happened in another world, and whether you can believe it's true or not, the reality is true. The 13 ball and the 5 ball are both orange and pulled to most people that I know. And if it's different, it's probably something in a special case, and all special cases get put aside. Isn't that correct? Isn't that the way we were taught to do it? 19 minutes, 58 seconds, the birth of my ex-wife. Why do we always have to say that, the ex-wife? The girl I knew. Son of my mother. Son of my mother and my son. So we get down to here, we get back over here, and oh my God, give me the mic. M-I-C, 13, and 9 is 22. C is 3, is 25. Plug me in, I'm a jack, break me out. Mickey Mouse. M-O-U-S-E. O-U is where you're at. M is the AC energy. Connected to the AC energy of the 120, plus the cue ball to start off, which is the tail here in Quebec. Bring me hydroelectric equals 136. 216 hours plus 24 is 240 hours, and a 10-day period is 200, and it is a 10-day period of 22 times a month of the 10-day period equals to 20, the 20 days of the Mayan calendar, in which 48 hours onto one side and 432 on the other side. Why? Because the hours of God, the gateway of the division, of the divide of the omega, the split of the egg. Have you ever heard of man named? Have you ever heard of man named? Here's man named. Here's named. Here's, maybe you see I got man named over here somewhere. Here. Man is named. Man has aimed. Med, man. The Med, the Mediterranean, the Middle East, the demon, the demo man, the half man, the demon man. Because man was named. NMD. Demon. N19S. E18. Birth. Birth of 5 and 13, the orange ball, birth of the orange sun, the 666 angel in the heaven of 19, your DNA St. Valentine's, half man, man-made. How so? Half is so. He is the half-light. Anytime you see so, it looks like 50, 50 is half. That is my revelation. A-E-I-O-U. From where? From where she is born, here is my Valentine. Bring one. You show 1, you show 9. These two are the same. We do know that. Don't we? Do we? Do we know that? One. That ain't in the center. That ain't in the center. Give me some, oh, there you go. Krista Berg just showed up. 8. Do I have a 5? 2, 1. This is pretty weird. I ain't got no 9s. I had a 9. How about here? 5 and 6. 5. 6. 7. There. 9. There's a 1. There's a 1. There's a 1. So, it doesn't matter. 5 or 9, it doesn't matter. 3 is the half-light. Okay? 3 is a combination. It's the half-light. It's how it's put together. You see your 3? So 3 with your aces in it. This one and this one do not count. Okay? Here's your 3. They come together in 3. Here's your creation, your divide. Your divide. Here's your divide. Okay, here's your divide. 4 and 3, or 4 and 3. There's your cards. There's your cross. You want to play? You bring it to the center. You don't need the outside. Why? Because once you got the propeller on the plane, we know the rest of the plane is coming with it. Here's your 9. Here's your 5 is 14 for DNA. Here's your double up of Venus. 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. Toom, toom, toom. Toom, toom, toom. 2 here, 2 here. This is your 4. Your 4 is automatically inside your 5. And here's your 2 and 1, 3. 1, 2, 3 up and 2 down. Okay, these will come together and they will create birds inside. See the way they make the creation inside the design? Well, if you can fill this whole thing up like that, you will see something greater. I'm not sure what it is. So we came to this, we did this, the demons. I didn't do poker chips. I have to explain poker chips in my next video. Let's see. Bethlehem. I had a dream about that many years ago. The time Venus of Abraham. Time of Abraham Hammond, the resident angel of 666 inside of men. It's a little design. We did the margarine bit. We did that bit. Let me see if we got anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 9, 9, 9. 36. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have no choice. Now, when I draw a line to each corner, you put the D's corner in half, and each of these corners will become R. It goes through here, creates two D's, joins over here, and these are R, the walking legs, okay, that stretch out into each corner. I didn't finish designing that. I'm not sure where I'm going to go with it. Yes, one other thing. Initials. No, we did the 131 thing where it's the leap year after 3, and the 141 thing where the leap year is 1 year of the 4th year instead of 1 year of the 3rd year, creating the 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leap. 4, 3, 2, 1. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. And then backwards. And it could be that's the way they look at it in gematria. Yes, I was going to do the letters. 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down. Or 3 up, 1 down. 1 up, 2 down. There's a reason for these letter things, and it may have to do with the number of letters in the word. Okay? If it's 5 letters, take the middle one for both sides. If there's 3 letters, take the middle one for both sides. If there's 6 letters, separate them on each side and put something that's of equal value in the center that they can share. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I had a dream. And in this dream, a psychiatry in Australia, locking and unlocking the doors. I've done this in a previous video, but I've done the numbers on it. Means nothing. I said nothing just now. You like the black 8? Can you see in between here the design that it makes? Can you see the design? X, X, V, X, C, C. C to the left. You see, if you want, you break right down to here. You come from here, you go right down to here. Right down to here, right down to here. In the middle will be a V. In the center will be an X. Then over here, and then over here, either it's C, V, C, X, C, V, C. So that would be the only X would be here. I'm questioning myself, but I will do the design to understand it better. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. You know what? Isn't this perfect? It's a perfect for my head. Maybe that's what we all went through. Okay, this one passes.